Welcome back, our fellow patriots, to the Save Our Republic daily video series. I want you to imagine that you're in your home, that it's 3 a.m. in the morning, you're snug in bed with your spouse, and then you're yanked out of bed. You notice that the door has been smashed in and that you are surrounded by military personnel who are dragging you out of the home. Your wife is screaming, your children are crying. You say, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they say, "Shut up, you traitor. We're going to take care of you now." And they throw you in a unmarked black vehicle, SUV, throw you in the back with handcuffs and leg shackles, and you drive away into the night. And the next thing you know, you're in prison facing charges of treason. Now, you may say that would never happen, or that would never happen here. Well, hopefully that won't happen here, because we have the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution. We've talked about the Bill of Rights. We're getting into our amendments, and the Fourth Amendment provides that, and I'm going to quote it here, that the people, that the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effect against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by an oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. That comes from English common law, which has now become constitutional American law, and actually was violated quite significantly in the period leading up to the American Revolution. I said a lot there, so I want to explain just very quickly what this all means. It means that before the police or the military can barge into your home and take you, or look through your papers, and to add to the scenario, they've taken your computers, your diary, all of your books and papers and effects, and tossed them in a separate car, and you're never going to see them again. That before the police can do that, before they can come into your home and take you and or your things and search your things, they have to go to a judge. They have to explain to the judge why they believe you have committed a crime. They have to swear to, under oath or affirmation, that the facts that they are laying out are true. They have to describe who is going to be searched or where is going to be searched and in what manner and what they're looking for. And if the judge feels that there isn't enough evidence to support the warrant, the judge will say no. If the warrant is flawed for some reason, it's possible that the search will be declared unconstitutional, and whatever seized would have to be released, and any evidence seized would be suppressed in a court of law. There's this old adage, it's a little dated because of the gender, but it says a man's home is his castle. And there is English jurisprudence, which has been taken up in America, which basically says a person's home is their castle, and it can be the most humble home in the world. It can the wind can pass through it, the roof could be leaking, it could be not have electricity, whatever. It doesn't matter. The police can't go in there, and they can't search it without a warrant, unless there are exceptions. And I'm not going to belabor it here by kind of extrapolating and explaining all the exceptions, but there's a main premise that people should be free from searches and seizures unless there's evidence to support it, unless the search is reasonable and they've gone to a judge to get the warrant. Otherwise, we live in under constant threat of government intervention and suppression. And as I was quickly alluded to earlier, the English in the time leading up to the American Revolution had things called general writs of assistance, where basically were blank check search warrants, which basically said whoever got the search warrant was free to search anybody, anywhere for anything related to violating customs laws, and they could even designate other people to kind of be their deputies to go do that. And the Founding Fathers thought that was a huge affront to the unalienable rights of the people, and it was one of the first areas of resistance to British tyranny. And so we've protected the right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures in a particular process, as I've laid out for you in the Fourth Amendment to protect our freedoms and liberties. And at many places across history and also even today, there is no such protection. So we should be very thankful and hold near and dear to our hearts and fight for the maintenance of that right. And until tomorrow, don't forget about America's Survival Guide at americasurvivalguide.com, Patriot Week at patriotweek.org, and the Patriot Lessons American History and Civics podcast, which you can find on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, etc. God bless you, and God bless America.